He tells you he's not ready to commit. Okay, if the person that you are dating is telling you they're not ready to commit, what should you do? And this episode is going to help you, okay? Because I am hearing this so much in my DMs. I love when you guys connect to me, the Jackie Lore, on Instagram. And if you haven't connected yet, please shoot me a message. Follow me. I put a lot of inspiration in there and heart and passion. And something that I keep seeing in there is you guys are in situationships where you're putting your heart and energy into it. And, I've talked about situationships before, but today's episode is specifically about them telling you they're not ready to commit. Okay. And so I need you to listen with an open heart. Okay. Open mind. If they do not want to commit, what do you do? This is the action steps. Okay. Don't hook up with them. Don't have sex with them. Don't be like, oh, maybe I can convince them to commit. Because guess what's going to happen? They're not going to commit. They are not going to commit. That's not going to do the trick. Okay. This is why it's like so important to make sure you're aligned with the person you're dating, because it's like, sometimes we take things personally. We're like, oh my God, they don't want to commit to me. They don't want to do, they don't want to do the things. They don't want to show up for me. Like, what's wrong with me? Right? Have you ever felt that? And I need you to know it's not you, and as much as I tell you it's not you, you're still going to think it's you. You really are, because all of this is so much to do with how you truly feel about yourself. Are you worthy of someone that loves you no matter what, that loves you exactly for who you are, who will be there, who you can count on, right? Are you worthy of that? So much of this comes back to that feeling that you may have. It's like, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of someone that loves me, that wants to commit to me. And that is like subconscious thinking. Those are things that you're not even really totally aware of. Clearly, if you're listening to this podcast, right, you have a growth mindset, you're challenging yourself, and that's awesome, right? But really taking a step back and thinking, okay, wait a second. Am I in a situation, or have you recently been, trying to work things out with somebody and you're not aligned and you want more from them and they're not wanting to give it? Okay. So what do? I already said, right? You're not going to hook up with them. If you're already hooked up with them, you can take a step back. You don't have to keep having sex with them. Like, seriously, like, what? People are like, wait a second, what? I can do that? I'm like, yes, you can do that. Yes, you can. You can say, okay, wait a second. So we're not on the same page. I want to, take this, onto a different level, and I'm a big fan of taking things slow physically. I'm a big fan of don't have sex with them until you're exclusive. But let's say you've just discovered me and you're just now listening and you're just like, oh, okay, let me try this out. And you're like, whoops, already had sex. Okay. If you're not on the same page with someone, you can create new boundaries. You can say, well, wait a second. We're not on the same page. We had to, we're trying to have the conversation. They don't want to commit to you. They're not ready. That's okay. You can, if you want, choose to be patient, understanding. If you truly believe that, a relationship is what they do want, right? But right now they're not ready for XYZ, whatever reasons they tell you, and you trust them, okay, then take things slow, and then take sex off the table. Say, you're not comfortable having sex with someone that, is not ready to commit to you, because that to me doesn't make any sense. And let me tell you something that literally happened with my husband and I when we were dating. All of this happened. He was like, I don't know what I want. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's bye-bye. Like sex goes bye-bye. That's why, because I'm like, and that's where I feel like so many of us kind of make a mistake, where in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is amazing. He meets everything I want. oh my gosh, and I, put sex in the equation thinking, oh, now we're boyfriend, girlfriend, or we're exclusive, or this is going to where I want it to go. And he's not totally on the same page. Uh-oh, whoops. Okay, well, let's, course correct, right? Let me course correct. I'm not going to just wait for that person to course correct. I'm not going to wait for him to decide things. I'm going to decide things. And I'm going to say, okay, let me now figure out, what do I want? Do I really trust him? These are things that I feel as much as I could tell you these things, right? And I want you to listen to me here. I don't know the exact situation you're in, what relationship or situation you're in. Are you possibly wasting your time with someone? Yes, very possible. Why? Because sometimes we choose wrong partners. Sometimes we choose a partner just like our ex, and you're stuck in a pattern. So I'm giving you this gold because this is gold advice, okay? But it is meant for a person that you're dating that hopefully you have clarity on your worth. You know how worthy you are. You know who you want. And now you're in a situation where you're trying to get, be on the same page. Now, if you are dating someone that it's a toxic situation that doesn't make, help you shine brighter, dims your light, brings you down, then you need to say bye-bye. See, this wouldn't apply to you. This is just, that would be grounds to break it all off. Okay. Because I don't know what you're waiting for, that's never going to change. So this, I needed to make sure that you understand this episode is for those of you who are dating someone that really is aligned to what you want on so many levels, right? And all these things, but it's just not ready to commit to you. Okay. So, I just want to make sure to make that clear, because the last thing I want is for you to put your time and energy and heart into, oh my gosh, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take sex off the table with the wrong person. And what I mean is delaying this breakup that should be happening already. Okay. So back to what I'm saying. If you're dating someone that is, oh my gosh, awesome on so many levels, and wow, you know exactly what you want, and it's not ready to commit, this is what you do. Take a step back physically, right? Take sex off the table, but make sure that you really, own those, own that. Make sure that you do not just slip up one day. Oh my gosh, I just really wanted to have sex. Whoops. I need you to be intentional, really intentional. And say, okay, because at the end of the day, you guys have to really take this in. At the end of the day, you want to have a partner. You're listening to this because you want crazy love forever, right? Someone that you can count on and trust forever to be there. And you're going to have amazing sex for years to come. That's awesome, right? And that being said, you can just take it off the table for a minute until you're both aligned and on the same page, until you're both exclusive. Okay, perfect. I feel like so many times people are putting so much importance on, oh my gosh, you have to have sex. You have to get physical even before your boyfriend, girlfriend. And I am not for that. I'm really not. It confuses you. It gets you attached to people way before, and even it gets you attached to the wrong person. So taking things slow, I'm a fan of. And if you've already had sex with someone and they don't want to commit, you take a step back. Okay. And you actually honor your decision. You see what I mean? And you actually, trust yourself and make that conscious effort to be okay, and he's going to take me on a date. We're going to go out and I'm going to close the door and I'm going to he gets a kiss at the door and then it's bye. You know what I mean? Don't be okay, I guess you can come in for a minute. And then of course, we're all human and you get all into it. I get it. But this is when you have to say what works for you. Where do you draw the line? Where do you say bye-bye? Where do you, not bye-bye for good, but I'm saying close the door so you don't tempt yourself and get weak and oh my gosh. Okay. So this is something that I feel that I see happening often, where you are investing your time and energy into someone that tells you they're not ready to commit. You keep doing all the things that a girlfriend would do and still give him everything, right? What's that expression? Like, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? So they're getting all the benefits. And like, why would he want to commit if he's a guy, like whatever. He's like, oh, well, I get to have sex with you. I get to hang out with you whenever. I don't even have to text you all the time. And you still show, you're always like, hooking up with me. So like, do you see what I mean? It's like, not because he's evil. He's like, he's a guy, and he's like, okay, if you say, wait a second, this is what my boundaries are. Hey, I'm happy to date you. I'm happy to show up and get to know you. But if we're not like on the exclusive level, then I'm not taking things that far with you. I'm like, that's not, and if he has a problem with it, and if he's like, that's crazy, and he doesn't want to take you out anymore, perfect, bye. Because then that means clearly his intentions were just to hook up, right? So it's better to know sooner than later. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we scared of? And that's like where the whole like, oh my gosh, but it's just so hard. It's so hard. I have to just do whatever. It's not. It's actually not hard. It's actually not hard. I need you to start changing the story you're telling yourself. Okay? It's not hard. I want you to be fearless about it. Trust. Have that faith in the universe, in the world, that your person exists. And when you tell your person, hey, I want a commitment. I want I want us to be exclusive. I'm excited. I'm ready for that. And if he's not on the same page, okay, that's okay. Be patient, be understanding, right? Put your insecurities and your ego to the side. Don't be like, what does that mean? I'm not good enough. Like, you see, that's why all that inner work is really important, right? So if you're feeling like worthy, you're feeling amazing, you're feeling like, of course you're lovable, and he's just not ready. Okay, fine. Take sex off the table. If he, after that, does not show up for you or date you properly or really put time in with you, it's bye-bye time. It's like seriously as simple as that. Don't make it complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is exactly what you should do. If they don't show up for you, and I'm talking about dating you, making the effort of texting you, of making you feel, and you tell him, hey, I really love when you text me. Hey, I love when you take me out. Oh, I love going on that date with you. Like, let's spend time together. Like, they can't read your mind, right? I always say this, right? But what I'm saying is, like, if you take sex off the table and they're like, you can't, they just disappear. Like one of those cartoons with like, they run so fast, like this little ball of smoke. If they run so fast, they're gone. Okay, good riddance. Then you're done. And then now leave space for the right person and stop wasting your energy on the wrong person. Okay, I have a feeling that you're listening to this and you're like, oh shit. I feel like a lot of you are going to be listening to this and you're like, wait a second. Can I do that? Wait a second. Oh my God, I'm going to have to stop having sex. And by the way, let me be crystal clear about something. Women out there who want to have sex just to have sex and do whatever, there's nothing against that at all. Have a blast, have fun. But this podcast is about finding your partner that you want to share life with and do life with, right? So if you're just looking to hook up with different people and not have a commitment, you're listening to the wrong podcast. So this is not for you. If you're feeling like, wait a second, I want to keep having sex with whoever. No, I'm not saying don't. I'm saying go ahead, do it. But this is advice, okay? Gold advice that has changed my life and that helps so many women that I talk to and work with, right? Do not expect like, oh, I'm putting my time and energy to someone. I want to commit and they don't want to, but I'm just going to keep doing all the same things. And one day, beepity boppity boo, he's going to commit. Like, this is where I'm trying to help you course correct. Okay? Try it out. If hopefully you figure it out if you're with the right person, right? Because I'm not for the dating games. I'm so not for the games. I want you to be direct. I want you to say, hey, I really care about you. I really want to be exclusive with you. I have no interest in dating anybody else. Like, you really are exactly what I've been looking for. Like, put your heart on the table, you know? And then he's like, oh yeah, I don't feel that way yet. I don't know what I want. I'm confused. Okay, well, I'll give you time to figure it out. Like, but I just don't feel comfortable having sex with you, you know? Like, because that's something that I really want to do with someone that I'm exclusive with. And if he's like, oh, well, that doesn't work for me, bye bye. Do you see? It really can't be that easy. I need you to comment. I need you to tell me, if you're listening to it on YouTube, let me know if this is helping you. Let me know if you're going to try this out. You know, are you going to be having these conversations? Or are you thinking, no, Jackie, I'm going to keep having sex with these people and hope they commit one day? You know, because at the end of the day, you're listening because something's not working. So why not try this out? Try it out and let me know. If this podcast is helping you in any way, I would love for you to leave a review. It's so important. I want this podcast to reach so many people and help them out. I am on a mission to change the way that we are dating. Okay? I have found my person. I know your person exists. And I'm giving you gold here to help you find your person. Okay. So thank you so much for listening. I believe that I can help you find crazy love. I hope you believe in it too. And don't settle for anything less, because it has to be crazy love or nothing. Bye. Till next time.